Truth Social has yet more issues. And no, I'm not referring to the fact that apparently yesterday Trump woke up and went on a 60 post QAnon fueled social media spree. Literally dozens and dozens and dozens of posts and retweets of utter madness. And not just stuff that's out and out Q stuff, not references that are sort of veiled. It's just Q conspiracy theories, and not just claiming that he should be made president immediately, but literally like memes of Joe Biden pooping himself, like a photo of Joe Biden who had pooped himself in the photo. That's what the former most powerful man in the world is tweeting. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that it desperately needs viewers, and it's gonna be hard for them to get them when they're not available on like some of the biggest platforms, including on Android. I have Android, I can't get on Truth Social, I also don't want to. They're currently blocked on Google Play, and it's because their failure to meet Google's content moderation standards. The main issue appears to be violent threats that, in the words of Uprock, somehow keep popping up on the platform. And why wouldn't they? That's what the platform is about. The whole point is that it's not supposed to be moderated, except of course, as we've often noted, that you're not allowed to criticize the platform or Donald Trump. It's free speech, except Trump is a snowflake, so you can't criticize him. But other than that, they don't want to moderate violence, racism, anti-Semitism, so they don't. And according to Axios, because they're failing to moderate these threats, at the very least, even label them as sensitive content, Google is not going to approve them. And that means many, many, many devices that run Android, you can't get Truth Social, and that is severely handicapping the growth of their user base, JR.
Really weird how you can't just spot violence. These gatekeepers are out of control. These tech giants keep keeping us from spotting as much violent, racist, bigoted language as possible. What's wrong with people nowadays? Where's my freedom of speech? Bro, you can go on any street corner with your bullhorn and your script and shout all you want. I mean, maybe most corners, because eventually the police may be called on you as you shout violent at folks. Because again, as we're pointing out here, that's exactly what we're seeing. They left Twitter and said, or at least got kicked off of Twitter and the Instagrams and the YouTubes of the world, and said, I can't believe they're censoring me. What's going on with this country? Then they go on and do stuff like this. Do they really think people are buying it still? Even the folks who somehow thought they had some kind of honesty here. You leave a site or get kicked off a site because of your rhetoric. Then you go and you can't get any traction with your new site because of your rhetoric. The common denominator here is you and your rhetoric. Again, shout it all you want from the, go have press conferences, go put cameras in front of you and have all the tweets you want verbally, Donald Trump. And then people will still hate you because that's what you spew. I don't know why they think they deserve anything else but this.
Yeah, look, I'm sure that he's happy that he's at least got some people who are now retruthing him, but it obviously isn't the same. He can't engage with the sort of people that he wants to. He can't immediately point them at his political opponents. He has to send them literally to a different platform. That's not going to be as satisfying. But while that is an emotional problem for Donald Trump and Truth Social, it's not the biggest ones. They were recently denied a trademark application. They reportedly owe $1.6 million to a web hosting company after it stopped making monthly payments. They literally don't want to pay their vendors. You cannot run a site like this, but that's what they're trying to do. They've apparently lost over $6 million in the first half of this year, haven't generated any revenue because how would they? Maybe selling red hats, I don't know. But they do, as of right now, have a trust that holds $293 million. Now, are they going to want to burn through that month after month after month? I don't know, but it is sort of, it bothers me that with a terrible business plan, you could have predicted, by the way, that they wouldn't be able to get on these platforms. They were still able to get hundreds of millions of dollars in funding, JR. That bothers me.
Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking, you said you could have predicted this, and it leads right to the thought I was having. Devin Nunes was a US congressman. My man left his job to help sink this sinking ship. It was sinking before he jumped on it. The idea was halfway sunk when it was even promoted. And he went, you know what I'm gonna do? The band is going down with the ship. The captain is saluting and he's sinking. And I said, let me stand next to him. You leave your job to go and sink a sinking ship, bro. It it really illustrates just how much maybe he hated that job, or also how much he knew he wasn't gonna last very much longer in that job. And he saw that cash cow of several $1 million. And he's like, maybe they'll give me some, and I can retire off of this and go off into the sunset. I don't know what the plan is.
He's got more money than me. Maybe it was a good plan. But anyway, Truth Social, the trials and tribulations of Truth Social continue.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.